Dow down about 50 points in very early trading. The stock market just opened about 10-15 minutes ago. Live from Wall Street. Okay, here's a question for you. How are you feeling this Monday morning? How are you feeling? Did you wake up feeling excited to get back to work like we always do? Marcy Morrison, the president and founder of Careers with Wings, joins us this morning with very important tips. These tips are going to kind of help you make work feel less like work, for lack of a better term, right? How do we do that? Because most people really struggle. How do you make work not feel like work?
I know. It's so funny because a lot of times my work is to get people into jobs they're passionate about. Yeah. And what I found is a lot of times people are in jobs they're passionate about, but they're not taking the time to be grateful for what they have. It's interesting. There's a story in my book about a woman that's a flight attendant, and she realized that she was thinking, you know what, I need to change my career path. Mm-hmm. And we actually had her do some exercises, and what she realized is that she'd always dreamed from a little girl that she wanted to be a flight attendant, and she suddenly realized, you know what, I love my job. And so she showed up for work. She did not jump out of the airplane with a beer in her hand to make a statement, you know.
There was a flight attendant, anyway. Okay, so you're saying this is very important, gratitude, because why don't people have this appreciation for what they have and the careers they have? What is that about us?
I think that sometimes we get stuck in the grind. Yeah. And suddenly it becomes checking off the to-do list. So when this person that's the flight attendant showed up for work, she realized, why do I love my job? For her, she's a mom, and she realized that it gave her the flexibility. She realized that she had a great job because she got free airline tickets. So a lot of times it's just the simple things that are making your day great. Like, for example, look at you guys this morning chuckling away. I mean, I said that Fox is the example of how to be happy at work. It's all attitude.
So you're buying it. She's buying it.
No, I want to tell you, I get up at 2 o'clock every morning. Seriously, I love getting up to come here. What?
No, I believe you.
And he's sleeping over there.
See, Shali, perfect transition over here to number 2, which is be passionate. We're passionate, right?
You guys are fired up.
We're fired up. So how can you, I mean, the passion has to start from when you get the job in the first place. So be passionate at work, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that that's the key. You really, if you're starting with something that you love to do, then it doesn't feel like work. I mean, for example, some days I'm sitting there talking to people for 7-8 hours about their career, and people go, how do you do that all day? I go, are you kidding me? Somebody's paying me to talk to people all day? I mean, isn't that how you feel? You're sitting here.
My wife tells me that all the time. It's like, you know, you have such a cool job. It's like I tell her, it's a great job. It's a fun job. It's still a job, but compared to other stuff, we have a lot of fun and we're passionate about it. I want to know what this means. Be the change you want to see. What is that? That goes along with Shali's put it in the universe.
Yeah. Put the change you want to see.
So what does this mean?
You know, it means that a lot of times people show up to work and they feel invisible, like they feel like they're just a cog in the wheel. But when you start taking the time to connect to people and make conversation, not only with your clients, but with the people around you, then you start to create this better environment. So, for example, and then you're starting to create camaraderie within your team. I mean, isn't that how you guys are here? Like, say, for example, you show up in a bad mood. You've got all your team here. Never show up in a bad mood.
Sometimes.
And, you know, and I've seen a lot of people, too, take the initiative. Say, for example, something's not working well in your work. Like, for example, the flow of work is not going very well. Why don't you come up with a solution? A lot of times we're looking for we're looking for our parents to find the solutions for us, our work to find the solution, but why don't you be the part of the solution?
Take the reins, take control. A lot of I always tell people, if you have a problem and you have a complaint, don't present it to your boss unless you also have the solution to it.
That's exactly right.
Key and critical, in my opinion. Say, you know, this is not working out, but here's a possible solution. Here's a possible way to fix it. But anyway, and this is also celebrate accomplishments. Everybody needs a little pat in the back.
That's so true. And, you know, again, people are also often looking outside of themselves to find that support. But I find that people that are actually keeping a daily log, and even if it's simple, you know, it's like I made 10 phone calls today or whatever, and celebrating that each week, I find it's actually really good to have an accountability partner at work that you kind of go celebrate together. Go have lunch together on Fridays and celebrate. Yeah. Look what I did this week.
Somebody who's got your back is very important. Also, you're saying take breaks and find balance in your life. That's good.
You know, it's so funny. Sometimes when I'll assist a layoff, I'll talk to people and they'll go, I've been grinding this out for 10 years and I've never had a vacation. And I think, wow, that's not good. I think you need to take a break. And even if it's just a 3-day weekend, make sure you're taking that break, having lunch with people that you enjoy, having outside interests.
Dinner with a glass of wine with fellow coworkers. We did last week. Our boss oh, good grief. Look at this. Look at this, Marcy. Really?
This is how I enjoy
By the
my
way,
day.
how big is Brad or how tiny is Charlie? What's wrong with that picture?
I'm 5'4".
Explain. Explain. I feel like I should be in that group.
I know.
Be present where you are. Like, is Charlie present where she is right now?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
You guys are present where you are. And, that's interesting. With all the people that are successful, I find that when they're at work, they're happy at work. Like, you guys are just such a great example of that. And then when they're on vacation, they're on vacation. Leave that BlackBerry at home. Be present.
Well, I don't know about that. You can leave the fancy phone at home. You don't have to answer your work emails. You can still play with the phone. Get all the apps you want. All the apps. Okay, you know what? Wrapping it up, this is just surround yourself, if you can, with positive people. You say, like, there's nobody more positive, I don't think, than Charlie over there. And Brad's Mr. Optimism as well.
That's right.
So that's important as well. Why?
Just take Charlie to work with you. Just remember that smiling face. No, it is really important. It's funny when people are looking for jobs, they don't. Sometimes they forget to put that in to the equation. Looking at the fit and the people that they're going to work with. It's so important to find the environment where you can feel that positive energy.
I think a lot of people feel this is, it's easier said than done, but it can happen.
It can
happen if you're out there and maybe you use Marcy Morrison and Careers with Wings and her help, because she's very insightful with stuff like this. Marcy, thank you.
Thank you.
See, we got you laughing and smiling. That's what we do here on Fox 5, right, Brad? Brad, by the way, nice job on the weather all day today.